Hello everyone, today our topic is how to create elastic email contacts for WordPress user. So here my objective is that whenever a new user is added in my WordPress account, then automatically by capturing those details of the user, I'm going to create a new contact in elastic email. So for that, I have to simply build a connection between WordPress and elastic email. So for building this connection, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing software for automation and integration. In Pabbly Connect, I have to use trigger and action. In trigger application, I'm going to use WordPress. In action application, I'm going to use elastic email. So how I'm going to build this connection? For that, let me take you to my computer screen. I hope all you can see my computer screen, and today we are going to see that how we can create elastic email contacts for WordPress user. So here what I want is that I'm creating users in my WordPress account either by any registration forms or manually. So whenever a new user will be created, I want to add that user as a new contact in elastic email so that I can use that user for my marketing and I can send emails to them. But I want this process to happen automatically. For that, I'm going to use an application which is Pabbly Connect. So by using Pabbly Connect, I have to build a connection between WordPress and elastic email, and that too without any coding and programming skills. So my objective is that whenever a new user will be created in WordPress, then automatically I'm going to create a new contact in elastic email. So for my objective, I have to open a new tab and search for pabbly.com. And this will take us to this landing page of Pabbly. Here we have two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you don't have any account with Pabbly, you can just sign up for free and it will take only 2 minutes of your time and you will get 100 of tasks free every month. Or if you already have an account, you can just sign in and you will get to see this page. So these are all the apps that Pabbly offers and we are going to use Pabbly Connect here. For that, I have to click here on this Access Now button under Pabbly Connect and this will direct us to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here, this is the workflow section and we can see all the workflows that we will create here. And this is the folder section. We can create new folder here and we can save any workflow in any particular folder that we want. Now I want to create a new workflow. For that, I have to click here on this create workflow button and this window will pop up. Here I have to name my workflow. So I'm going to name it as my objective, which is to create elastic email contacts for WordPress user. And now I have to select the folder where I want to save my workflow. For that, I have to open this tab and in this tab, you will find all the folders that you have in your Pabbly Connect account. So I want to save this workflow in this particular folder of home and I will click on create. And this will take us to this most important window of our workflow. Here we have two boxes, trigger and action. So these are the two main principles on which our workflow works on. And trigger says when this happens, action says do this. So trigger is going to be the first step that will get executed in our workflow and action will just follow that. So we have to set up our trigger first and here my trigger application is going to be WordPress. So I'm going to select WordPress here. And now I have to give a trigger event. So I'm going to open this tab and user registers will be my trigger event. So I'm going to select this. And now I have to connect WordPress with Pabbly Connect. And for that, I have to follow all this instruction. So for connecting WordPress, I have to first copy this webhook URL. And now I will go to my WordPress account. In this, I will go to plugins and I will open this option of add new plugin. Here, I have to first search for my plugin, which is going to be WP Webhooks. And in this, you will see this plugin. So you have to activate this plugin and you have to install this plugin in WordPress. So I have already installed this plugin. Now what I need to do is I need to go to settings. And in settings, I have this option of WP Webhooks. So I'm going to open this. And now I have this option of send data. So I will open that. And in this, I have to add a new webhook. So for that, I have to click here on this button of add webhook URL. Now first, I have to give a name to my webhook. So I'm going to name it as testing. And now I have to give a webhook URL. So I'm going to paste that webhook URL that I have copied from Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to paste that here. And now I have to click on add for create user. So I'm going to click here and I have added my webhook here. Now this means that I have successfully connected Pabbly Connect and WordPress. Now I will go back to Pabbly Connect and here we can see it is waiting for webhook response. So how I'm going to get this webhook response? For that, I have to create a new registration for a user in WordPress. And for that, I'm going to use a form that I have already created. So I'm going to open my form. So this is my registration page or login page. And by filling all these details, I'm going to add a new user in my WordPress account. So first I have to give a first name. So my first name will be new. Last name will be registration. and I will give a username. So my username will be new registration 15 and I have to give a company name. So my company name will be Pabbly and I have to give a user email. So my email will be new registration 15@pabblytudes.com and I will give a random password. So I'm going to give any password here. Now I have to fill the address. So my address will be random. This is also going to be random. And now I'm going to give any random mobile number. So my mobile number is going to start with my country code, which is 91. And I will give any random mobile number. And now I have to select my country. So I have to open this tab and my country is India. So I'm going to select that. And now I have to give a zip code. So I'm going to give any random zip code here. So I have filled all the required details here. Now I'm going to click on submit. And here I have successfully registered my user. Now I will go back to WordPress and I will go to users. And in this, I'm going to search for my user, which is named as new registration. So I'm going to search for that. And here we can see that I have registered this new user in WordPress. So this is my username, which is new registration 15 and the name is new registration. Email is new registration 15@pabblytudes.com and the role is of customer. Status is approved. Source is registration. So I have added this new user by using my registration form in WordPress. Now I'm going to go back to Pabbly Connect. And here we can see I have received this response. And in this response, I have the details that I have filled in my registration form and the details of the new user that I have created in WordPress. So here I have this random pin code and this is the random mobile number of my user. This is the address which is random. Company is Pabbly. And this is the nickname of my user or the username, which is new registration 15. And the first name is new, last name is registration and the role is of customer. And we have this email address, which is new registration 15@pabblytudes.com. So I have received all these details of my user. Now what I need to do is I need to use these details of the user and I want to create a new contact automatically in Elastic Email. So for that, I have to set up my actions tab. And in this, I'm going to search for my action application, which is going to be Elastic Email. So I'm going to select Elastic Email here and I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab. And create contact will be my action event. So I'm going to select this and I have to connect Elastic Email with Pabbly Connect. So I'll click here on connect. I will click on add new connection. And for connecting Elastic Email, I have to give a API key. So where I'm going to find this API key, for that, I have to go to my Elastic Email account. And in this, I will go to settings. And in the settings, I have this option of API. So I'm going to click here on this create additional API key. So first I have to give the name to my API key. So for the name, I'm going to give name of demo. And I'm going to give permission of full access. And now I will click on create. And this has generated this API key for me. So I'm going to copy this API key and I will go back to Pabbly Connect. And I'm going to paste that API key here. And now I'm going to click on save. And I have connected Elastic Email with Pabbly Connect. Now for creating a new contact in Elastic Email, I have to fill all these details. So first my email is required. So I have received the email address of my user in my trigger response of WordPress. So I'm going to use that detail and I'm going to map that here. And for that, I have to use mapping. So what mapping is a technique through which I can retrieve the data from the previous steps and the data that is changing will get replaced with the new data in the real time. So for mapping, I have to click here. I will open this response of WordPress. And in this, I'm going to search for my email address. So this is my user email, which is new registration 15@pabblytudes.com. So I'm going to map this. Similarly, I have to give a status. So I'm going to open this tab and I'm going to give a status of active. So I'm going to select that. And now I have to give the first name and the last name. So I'm going to click here. I will open the response of WordPress. And first I'm going to search for the first name. So this is my first name, which is new. Similarly, I'm going to map my last name. I'm going to open the response and I'm going to search for the last name. And this is my last name, which is registration. So I'm going to map this. And now I don't have any consent IP and consent date. So I'm not going to fill any details here. Now I have to give a consent tracking. So I'm going to open this tab. And for the consent tracking, I'm going to select allow. So I have filled all the required details here. Now what I need to do is I need to click on save and set as to kit button. And here I have this response. So this is a positive response and this means that I have added this user as a new contact in Elastic Email. Now to check this, I'm going to go back to Elastic Email. I'm going to close this and now I will go to contacts. I will go to segments and in this I'm going to open this all contact list and here we can see that I have added this new contact. So I'm going to preview this. So the name of my contact is new registration and the email is new registration 15@pabblytudes.com. So these were the details of the new user that I have added or registered in my WordPress account. So I have used all those details and automatically I have created a new contact in Elastic Email. Now to check this in real time, I'm going to go back to my form. And in this form, I'm going to fill new details of a user. So my first name is going to be test, last name will be user, and my username will be testuser12. My company name will be Pabbly. And now I have to give an email address. So my email will be testuser154@pabblytunes.com, and I will give a random password. And I have to fill my address and mobile number. So I'm going to give address of random. Address 2 will be also random. And I will give any dummy mobile number. So my mobile number will start with country code 91 and I will give any mobile number. Now I have to select my country. So I'm going to open this tab and I'm going to select India here. And I have to give a random zip code. Now we'll click on submit. And again, I have successfully registered my user. So I have registered this user in WordPress. So what should happen is that by using the details of this user, a new contact will automatically be added in Elastic Email. So for that, I will go back to Elastic Email. I will go back. I will open this list of all contacts. And here we can see this new contact is automatically added in our list of all contacts in Elastic Email. Now I'm going to preview this contact. So the name is test user, email is testuser154@pabblytunes.com. So here we can see that these were the details of the new user that we have added in my registration form, and I have registered that user in my WordPress account. And by using those details, I have created this new contact in my Elastic Email account automatically. So here we can see that my connection between WordPress and Elastic Email is working successfully. So whenever a new user will be added in my WordPress account, then automatically that details will be used to create a new contact in Elastic Email. Now let's go back to Pabbly Connect. And here we have built this connection between WordPress and Elastic Email. Now let's summarize what we did here. So first I have set up my trigger, and my trigger application was WordPress and my trigger event was user registers. Then I have set up my actions tab, and my action application was Elastic Email and my action event was create contact. So this is how I have successfully created this workflow, and you can also create this workflow by following all the steps that I did in my workflow. And I'm also going to put the link of my workflow in the description so you can check it out from there, and thank you for watching this video.
Not just these applications, you can automate and integrate a lot more applications like this using Pabbly Connect. If you need any help or if you have any doubt, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can post them at forum.pabbly.com, or if you have any issue with the pricing of Pabbly, you can connect on this link. And if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.